All right, so yesterday we talked about compound inequalities with the word and. Um, and just to review, a compound inequality is a sentence joined by with two inequality statements that are joined together with either or and. So today we're actually going to talk about the ones that are joined together with or. And or means that our solution can satisfy either inequality and make the entire sentence true. Okay? So we're going to go over how to do this right now. So for example, we have write an inequality that represents all real numbers that are at most -5 or at least 3, and then graph my solution. So I'm going to need to write two different inequalities for this particular example. So I'm going to say x is going to be less than or equal to -5, because that would represent all real numbers that are at most -5. And then I'm going to say or x is at least 3. Okay? So then when I am going to draw it, so I have my number line. Okay, I'm going to have 0 about here. Let's say 3 is about here. And -5 is about here. Okay, I know both of these are closed circles. All right, and my x is less than or equal to -5 means my arrows are gonna go to the left. X is greater than or equal to 3 means my arrow is gonna go to the right. So what that means is all of the numbers that are above 3 and below -5 are the answers. That means everything in this middle section, -4, -3, -2, 0, 1, 2, do not satisfy this particular inequality. However, everything down here and everything up here do. Okay? All right, you can also do these using with solving. So you would need to solve each inequality separately. So we have -2x plus 7 is greater than 3, or 3x minus 4 is greater than or equal to 5. So I'm just going to go through and solve these. So I'm going to subtract 7 from both sides. So I'm going to have -2x is greater than 3 minus 7 is -4. Okay, and then I'm going to have divide by -2. Now because I'm dividing by a negative number, if you recall, we need to switch the sign. So I'm going to have x is less than -4 divided by -2 is a +2. All right, now I'm going to go through and solve my other inequality. I'm going to add 4 to both sides, add 4. So I'm going to have 3x is greater than or equal to 5 plus 4 is 9. Divide by 3 because it is positive. I do not have to worry about switching anything. So I'm going to have x is greater than or equal to 9 minus 3, or 9 divided by 3 is 3. Graph it. I have 2 and 3. This is going to be a closed circle. X is greater than or equal to 3. This is going to be an open circle. And x is less than 2. All right. So you might have noticed and compound inequalities have the bar in between, or inequalities are going the opposite directions. All right. So please come to class tomorrow with any questions that you may have about these particular problems. It's fairly easy. You just need to remember how to solve and use all of those skills that we've learned up to this point, and keep yourself organized. Okay? All right.